Hi YouTube, Evie here. Today I'm going to be reviewing a book that I recently read. It's called To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. First of all, it's kind of a cool cover. I like the cursive writing here. Pretty much implies what is going to be happening in the book because she is writing here in it looks like a notebook. So in this story there's this girl, Lara Jean, and she keeps all of the love letters that she's ever written to the boys she's loved in this special hat box that she got from her late mother. Now somehow one day she finds that all of the letters that she's written have been sent out, and she's dealing with the confrontations and the complications that arise out of all of those love letters being sent out in the course of this book. So I say all the love letters, there aren't that many. There's only 5 boys that she's loved her whole life. Trying to remember all of them because some of them aren't very big characters in the book, but there's Josh, who is actually her older sister's boyfriend now. Like, when she was in love with him, it was a long time ago. She sent him a letter, then her sister and he started dating, so that was very complicated. She had to push those feelings aside, but that letter gets sent out and a whole bunch of new feelings arise between these two. Another letter she writes to a boy named Peter, who comes back into her life in this book because of the letter, and he enlists her help in pretending to be his fake girlfriend so he can make his ex-girlfriend jealous, and Lara Jean decides to use Peter as her fake boyfriend in order to get Josh to think that she doesn't like him in that way. Fake relationships are not always a good idea, but they definitely are good for a laugh. The other 3 boys, I'm trying to remember now. One of them is a boy who is gay now. He goes to their high school and he's gay. But they become sort of friendly with each other once he reads the letter she sent him. There's a boy from her church camp that she sent a letter to, but it got mailed back to her because I guess he moved, so it was returned to the sender. The last one was a boy that she used to go to school with. She sees him very briefly in the book and they have a moment, but it's very fleeting and she decides not to pursue it in the end. But this book is really great for anyone who likes romance. It's a really interesting take on a romance, what with all the different boys and the different emotions associated with each of these boys, because we get to read each of Lara Jean's letters. So it's great that we get to see all of that. But at the same time, we don't really want to know exactly what's happening. You do and you don't, because you're so confused after a while as to her emotions and what exactly she is feeling, because she is the typical innocent high school girl who hasn't really ever done anything with anyone, like dated or anything. So that's why she writes all these letters. But if you like romance, if you like the written word, because this kind of promotes that, I find. Like, who writes a letter to the boy that they love? If you wrote a letter to the boy you love, what would you say? Or maybe it was a past love, because some of the letters she writes aren't very nice in the end. Like, I believe the one to Peter, she wasn't very happy with Peter at the end of her supposed feelings for him. So, what would you write? I'm just thinking about it now. What would I write to all the boys I've loved before? Something to think about.